journey of faith started fairly recently. We came to this church just a little over a year ago now, and within that time our son's been born, and I'm still very much on a journey. I couldn't necessarily put my finger on entirely what I believe. I'm still searching for belief in, and what I absolutely don't believe, but what I've learned in the time that I've been here, and my wife's been here, and now our son's been here, is that actually those questions don't matter. That's all part of the journey. Actually, the definitives are less important than being on that journey. And this is such a fantastic place and a group of people to kind of safely ask those questions and be on that journey with. So it's just wonderful to be. Really, confirmation has been a really important step in that journey. It's not necessarily one that I arrived at St Werburgh's thinking this is my reason for being here, but it's through the warmth and the love that we've experienced from the congregation and the family in this church that has made me certainly want to take that step. Myself really making a commitment to this place and to these people.
So obviously you might pick up from the accent, I'm from Australia, and I used to be a cathedral server out in St George's Cathedral in Western Australia, and sort of drifted a lot once I moved over here, especially as I'm now married to my lovely wife Ellie, so it took us a long time to find somewhere where we felt that we fitted, but we actually discovered St Werburgh's during lockdown with the online services. And I've always been very musical, very much sort of withdrawn to the choir, and that was our sort of way into it. So we joined the choir as soon as lockdowns allowed us to do so, and we just found such a wonderful and welcoming community that it's been a logical progression from that to being confirmed. It was absolutely magical and transcendent. It was really, the atmosphere of it. It's very hard to sort of capture in words, but it was something very, very special.
I've been coming to St Werburgh's Church for just over 3 years now. I started to come after my daughter, so I brought her along. She was just a few months old, so she's 3 now and very comfortable running around. Sort of my whole life, I guess, I've dipped in and out of faith and church, but I think as a gay woman, it was always something that seemed like those two things didn't go hand in hand. I couldn't be a person of faith and go to church every Sunday morning and be gay. And I didn't accept that about myself for a very long time. I was sort of in my mid-20s when I told my family who I really was, and that's kind of, and then I found St Werburgh's, and it made it safe, and I feel like I'm starting to know who I really am, and I feel very comfortable in my faith and the person that I'm becoming. So it was really important to me to be part of this tonight, and it's just been beautiful.
I love doing confirmations. It's the bit of being a bishop that is the huge privilege, because it's about people coming to faith in Jesus and finding the love of God as a transformative reality in their lives. And tonight we had 19 people of various ages and various stages in life, all sorts of situations, and they'd all sent me a bit of a note to explain why it was, what it meant to them on this journey. And they said all sorts of things about finding healing. A lot of them spoke about how wonderfully welcoming this church here in Spondon is, and how nobody was excluded for any reason whatsoever, and how they had really valued that this is a safe space for exploring the meaning of life and discovering faith. Anyway, so they'd been practicing over a number of weeks, exploring this journey of faith, and it's led to this confirmation today. Confirmation is about confirming baptism. The candidates confirm their faith, but the main thing really is God confirms God's love for each individual who's who's making their promises and coming to be prayed for. And of course the church confirms them as well, partly through me as a bishop, but everybody confirming their support and love for these candidates. So it's been great this evening.